Hey guys, Cece here. Thanks for tuning in today. Today I'm doing an updated favorite men's fragrances video. These are my favorite men's fragrances that I like to smell on a man. You guys know I did a previous video like this a while ago and it's been getting a lot of views. You guys really like it and always leaving comments, and there's been a lot of heated discussions on there about some of the choices that I picked, and my husband reminded me that it had kind of been a while since I posted an updated version, and his collection has been growing very steadily, so he's gotten a lot of really new fragrances and certain little niche fragrances. He's also picked up some designer fragrances that were new as well. He's just really been growing his collection, and he was like, you know what, you really need to pick out some new choices and share them and do an updated version. And since you guys really liked the last ones, I thought, why not let me go ahead and do an updated version. So you guys know my style. I never look up notes. I like to sit down and kind of tell you guys my honest to God opinion, just coming straight from me, real talk, just telling you guys what I think about it. I'm personally just someone that doesn't have a smeller for notes. I don't know, I can never pick out notes in fragrances. I always smell the whole picture. I smell the whole package, and I just kind of think about, you know, what I like about it, what I dislike about it, what it reminds me of. And so that's the way that I like to film these videos, is just tell you guys my honest to God opinion and the bigger picture, what I think about it. And even though all women are different, some women are going to like certain smells, some women are not going to like those smells. So it really isn't like all, you know, what I say is not set in stone, because everybody likes different things. But I just feel like if you're kind of looking to find fragrances that you might want to wear to go out somewhere, to go clubbing, to go out on a date or something, this might kind of help you in your decision of what you might want to wear or fragrances that you might want to purchase, just kind of based on someone who isn't like an expert on fragrances, someone who just wants to tell you what they like about it, what they dislike about it, and kind of the all-around picture. So I think that kind of makes it a little bit easier, especially for some of us who are not like big, like huge fragrance experts. It makes it a really easy way for us to kind of decide what we like and dislike about something, whether we want to purchase a certain fragrance. Because I know I personally, whenever I'm watching a video and I see somebody talking about, oh, it smells like sandalwood and vanilla and amber, and it's hard for me to imagine all of those things kind of in a scent. Even though I can pick out some certain notes, there's some notes that I'll just never be able to pick out in fragrances. So without further ado, let's jump right in, and I'm going to share with you guys my updated list of favorite men's fragrances. Okay guys, so the first fragrance that I've really been liking is this one, and it's by O Boticario, I believe that's how you pronounce it, and it is the Coffee Man fragrance. Now I know that there was another version of this fragrance as well. I actually purchased this for him on Amazon. I saw it on there one day, just kind of popped up in my recommendations, and I am a huge coffee fan. I love the smell of coffee. I mean, I absolutely love it. And I would love a man that smelled like coffee. And my husband actually purchased the Terry Mugler Pure Coffee scent before, and it didn't smell anything like coffee. In fact, it just kind of smelled like the original Angelman, which I just wasn't a huge fan of. And I was really disappointed, and he actually, I think, ended up getting rid of it because it didn't smell anything like coffee, and there was just no point in him having it, or he didn't feel like he needed to have it in his collection because it just smelled like the original. So I was kind of intrigued because I was like, maybe this will actually smell like coffee. So I purchased it for him to try out. The bottle is a 100 milliliter bottle, and I didn't see any other size on Amazon. It's a light blue bottle with these nice little indentations here on the side. And what I really like about this fragrance is that it just has a really nice scent to it. It's not mature, but it's not youthful. It's kind of like a middle-aged man, I guess. Someone in their 30s, 40s, maybe even upper 20s could get away with it. It definitely doesn't have any kind of coffee scent to it, which is a little bit depressing because I was really hoping that there would be a coffee scent to it. Even though coffee is listed as one of the ingredients in this fragrance, for some reason you just don't smell it in the scent. but it has a really nice, sexy man smell, and I just really like it. It smells like a very good clubbing scent, definitely a nighttime scent. I don't know, it's just kind of got that mysterious, musky, deep, sensual scent to it, and I really like it. I smell like a little bit of like a chocolatey scent in here, maybe something even a little bit ambery almost in the scent, but I just really like it. It's inexpensive, smells really good. My second favorite scent is this Aqua Amara, and this is from Bulgari, and we actually picked this out together in Macy's. And I actually went in Macy's before to pick up a cologne for him and ended up smelling this, and I was kind of tied between which one to get for him for, I think it was our anniversary or Valentine's Day or something like that. This was one of the choices, and the other one was, I can't remember anymore. It was some other fragrance that I ended up buying him. But this one just really, really intrigued me. And the reason why was because it had a very unique scent. It actually had a floral scent to it, which is the reason why I didn't get it for him, because I was like, he really doesn't like floral, he doesn't like rose, he doesn't like any of those floral scents. So I don't know that he's going to like it in a men's cologne, but he ended up really liking it, and it's a very unique smell. I like to describe it as like a fresh smell, like almost like along the lines of like a cool water smell, but with like a fresh floral scent to it. And when I say floral, I don't mean like a girly floral. I mean like a floral done right. It's manly. It has like a manly tone to it. It's a very sophisticated, dressy, manly floral scent, if that makes any sense. But that little bit of floral in here really, really just makes it such a unique, such a wonderful smelling cologne. It's very sexy. It's for that man that's not afraid to wear floral, that's not afraid to be a little different, be sophisticated. Absolutely love it. And I like this bottle too. They're really cool the way they kind of lay flat. Really like it. So if you're looking for an interesting, unique, kind of sophisticated smell that has just that little tad bit of floral, this is floral done right. My third choice is actually one that he purchased, and it's from DUA Fragrances. I'm not very familiar with this line, but it is one of his favorite lines, and this is a parfum extract. This one is in Belgian Choco Truffle, and I remember going downstairs when he was ordering these, and he had picked out, I think, 2 different choices on the site, but he was just kind of looking through, and I saw this one and it said Belgian Choco Truffle, and I absolutely thought it sounded divine because I personally love the smell of chocolate. I'm not a big fan of sweet fragrances, but something about him smelling like chocolate is a big turn on. And so I said, you've got to get this one. It sounds like it would smell amazing. And so we ended up purchasing it. And I'm so, so glad that he did, because I absolutely love it. I'm not even big on sweet fragrances, but this has such a wonderful chocolate smell to it. It's a little bit sweet. It's got that kind of sweet musky smell to me. A very sweet, sensual smell, but it's not overly sweet. Like, it's not so sweet that it's like pungent, annoying, a nuisance. And it's got that really nice, rich, chocolatey note to it. And when I say chocolatey, I mean chocolatey. Like, you smell it and you think about chocolate. It smells so amazing. But what I like about it is the balance of sweetness to chocolate. Like, it's not overly sweet, but it's got that nice chocolate note to it. And some men might be like, oh, I don't want to smell like chocolate. I want to smell manly. But I'll tell you what, a woman smells this on you, they're going to be like, you smell chocolatey. So supposedly these fragrances are very affordable. Like I said, I'm not huge on this line. I have never bought anything from this line, but my husband absolutely loves it. And he says they're affordable and just really wonderful. I know they do have a website, so you guys can check them out if you want to. DUA Fragrances. But this Belgian Choco Truffle smells amazing. I would even wear this on myself. Seriously, I really would. It smells that good. And I love it when he wears it because like I said, it's such a wonderful balance of sweetness to chocolate. My fourth choice, and this is actually like a decant that he bought from somebody online, and it's actually a decant of the Creed Aventus, and this is a pretty good size little decant. So the original Creed Aventus is pretty expensive if you want to purchase it. It's definitely one of those gourmet niche fragrance houses that are pretty expensive, but I really like this one. This is one of my favorites that he has, and I really would love him to have the full-size bottle just because this smells so amazing and so manly. Oh, it's got like a lot of woodiness to it. It's very piney and very, very, very manly. This is almost appropriate on probably any age man. I mean, not an elderly man, but definitely a young man could pull it off. Middle-aged man, even in his 50s could probably pull this off. But this definitely kind of screams a little bit more youthful to me. Very woodsy, very fresh. Just something you would want to smell on a man, like on a casual kind of day out, even at nighttime. I would even say that this smell is very appropriate. But this is a smell that you would like smell when a guy walked past you and you're like, ooh, he smells good. Yeah, this is that kind of smell. Very woodsy, very fresh, piney, which I love. I love that piney, woodsy smell on a man. Even though the full size is very not inexpensive, it's very worth it because this really does last quite a long time when my husband wears it, and I absolutely love the smell. It's one of those smells that's kind of an all year round thing, I would say, and it's definitely pretty good for just about any occasion. It's a good all around fragrance. And I think it's very sexy and very manly. So my last choice is something that I probably thought I would never include in this video because when he first got it and I smelled it, I was like, You guys know I don't like sweet fragrances, but I really like this one. This is the 1821 Sweet Tobacco scent that he purchased. And when I first smelled it, it just smelled overly sweet to me because he sprayed it on like just a piece of paper, just like for smelling it. And I was like, I don't know. He's like, it's gonna smell better on my skin, Susie. I'm like, I don't know. And so he finally wore it this weekend, and I was very pleasantly surprised because this smells exactly like honey to me. I mean, it smells like a honeycomb. I mean, he literally smelled like a honeycomb. And some people might think that doesn't smell good because there's a lot of people that I know that don't like the smell of honey. They don't like the smell of honey. They don't like the flavor of honey. They don't like anything that has to do with honey. But I love honey. In fact, those like milk and honey scents on like body washes and soaps, I love those smells. And I love the smell of honey. It's so comforting. And I mean, even just taking the top off without spraying it, you can smell the honey. It's that sweet, kind of pungent smell that honey has. Oh, it smells so good. And I thought that it would be extremely sweet and very obnoxious when he wore it, but it really wasn't. It really mellowed out. And this doesn't smell anything like tobacco to me. This straight smells up like honey. Straight up smells like honey. And it smells so good. And I don't know, it's not the manliest smell that I've ever smelled, but it's not something that I could see a woman wearing. It's definitely more of a manly scent, but it's just something about that honey. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I just absolutely love that smell. And that's honestly all I smell in it. Like straight up, all I smell is honey. That's something I definitely would say is very fall appropriate. And I would say it probably would work on any age guy. It definitely doesn't have a mature scent to it, but it's definitely kind of one of those things, like if somebody doesn't like the smell of honey, they're not going to like that fragrance. If you don't like that smell, you're not going to like the fragrance. So I really hope you guys enjoyed my choices. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of these fragrances. Do you own them? Do you have any that you would like to add to this list, or any that you think that my husband should look into, because he's always on the lookout. He does have a lot of fragrances, but he's always on the lookout for new ones that he probably would like. So just let me know what you think in the comments down below. I want to thank you guys for tuning in today, and give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you you guys in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye guys.